Hello, my name's Sarah White and I'm a Senior Estate Planner here at Trinity Life. And today I'm going to answer the question, why wouldn't you want to use a trust in your will? So it's never a good idea to give an absolute gift to your beneficiaries. And there's a number of reasons for that. Number one, you just don't know what situation they could be at the time of your death. So they could be going through divorce, your children could be going through a divorce perhaps, and that inheritance then could be lost to settle any divorce settlement. They could be going through financial difficulties, in which case that inheritance then would be used to settle debts. They could be on benefits and then the benefits would stop and obviously the inheritance would replace the benefits. And there's also other reasons why you may want to use a trust in the will, and that could be if you leave everything to your spouse then owns 100% of everything after your days. And what could then happen if your spouse goes on to remarry? Your whole inheritance then could be lost to a new family, and it's known as sideways disinheritance. So what you intend to leave to your children could go to a completely new family, and your children could be completely left out. So with some additional planning, you could make sure that your inheritance is definitely going to be left to your beneficiaries the way that you wanted to. Similarly, you wouldn't want your inheritance to be lost to pay for your spouse's care bill. So again, similar situation, if your spouse owns 100% of everything after your death, and then they go into care in later life, that whole estate then could be used to pay for their care bill. But with some extra planning, you can put something in place there to protect your estate from care and indeed sideways disinheritance. There's plenty of other reasons to use a trust. It could be that your beneficiaries are not very good with money. Maybe they're a spendthrift and you wouldn't trust them with a lump sum, and you may wish to put in rules into the trust to use the inheritance the way you intend it, rather than having a lump sum of cash. So similarly, if maybe they've going through some personal difficulties, drug or alcohol problems, again, a lump sum payment into their bank account upon your death wouldn't be a good idea for them. So we hear all different scenarios with people. Many of my clients have got all kinds of difficulties going on at the moment, and indeed you just don't know what could be happening at the time of your death. So there's lots of reasons to use a trust. Another reason to use a trust would be if you have got quite a large estate perhaps, or even if your beneficiaries have got a large estate. What you don't want to do is have your inheritance, that would be subject to inheritance tax potentially, but then that money, you don't want to have that taxed again on your children's death. So you don't want it to be added to their estate only for the same money to be taxed at every generation. So if you do need any information about estate planning, inheritance tax, please do come through to us either via the website or please contact the office, and we'd be more than happy to give you a free consultation. Thanks for listening.